The real question is, can they go walkabout and get all the way around the silo to get that gun? I don't think so. Someone's presumably going to go babysit it at some point. And it looks like they're going to commit to doing a little bit more damage. DJ, 1 HP. Everybody unarmored. Normally, you'd expect people to just go on a field trip and try and find that gun. DJ drops. Maybe the late drop in to try and damage someone up just enough that the bomb gets them, but seems rather low percentage. He's going to come to jump. And it's not really going to do anything. Phono even winds up killing himself as he plummets down to earth. So much damage done that he can't survive the impact. Call that the Sunny. Remember that play by Sunny? I don't remember when it was, but he lost a 1v0 because he was so low and he fell off of the rafters and he died before he could defuse the bomb.
I don't think I saw that. I have to go watch it now.
Let me see if I can find that clip, because that was I distinctly, like 95% sure it was Sunny.
Probably was, but right here, the Rugrats going to set up a wall of smokes at the outer yard. It is the first rifle buy-up for the Whalers, aside from their second round buy-up, which wasn't full rifles at the time. B-Wills through the smoke, connects on Fang, and Mata goes down to 87, so I'm pretty sure they have information here, as well as Pwn alone spotting out Infinite for the headshot. So now a 5v3 in the first 30 seconds of the round. Pwn alone hunting for more, fires a couple of shots through the double doors before closing them behind him. Rizu works his way into the ventilation shaft along with Cobra. And they're just going to pre-fire some angles and try to make sure that no one gets the edge. Mata does open things up here with the frag on Pwn alone through the door, Mike.
Through the door, through the floor. That was a lot of wall banging there. But he's going to take it. And now Rampage is like, you killed my friend. I'm all alone. Surprised they're not going to bring a second player in. They're clearing out in towards lobby. With this information that nobody's in lobby, they should have a pretty good idea that this hit is coming towards lower. They're going to come back towards ramp. So the question is, do they get here in time to help out Rampage? Clearing. Okay, process the information. Process what's going on here. Everybody's bunched up in towards control room. Bentley's still watching outside, so the gears are turning. They're like, all right, there's no one here. There's no one here. Okay, here comes the utility. That's the confirmation here, but with the utility down, it's going to be tough to give Rampage much support. So he's kind of on his own, and he will get a kill. Nicely done for Rampage. Now he's getting spammed down. The damage is still coming in, though. DJ can poke back through, and Rizu's left out in the opening. Nicely done. Well played by Rampage. Getting that one kill secures them the round.
Yeah, so the Whalers back to their winning ways, 2-3. Rugrats still have that one round edge, and they have the economy to buy up. They're going to have 4 AKs and an op versus the Whalers, 4 M4A4s and AK-47. They want to get that AWP up and running in Pwn alone's hands, but still don't have the cash to do so. We'll have to wait probably a couple more rounds until that happens, or pick up the op off the body of Cobra. We'll see what's going to happen there, but Cobra is, in fact, number 2 in MDL with 182 op frags.
See that nade in. Oh, they nearly get it with the spam. Not quite enough damage. And Rizu, he spotted a player. He's going to get the kill as well. That's 2 players down towards upper. Suddenly, this site is looking wide open. It's going to be up to Ben Leet to stump them. And he's just got to get Infinite. They were teammates once upon a time. Infinite's going to get the best of him here. All on to Pwn alone. Now in a 1v4, he's going to try and collect the op, but he's not going to be able to do so. Cobra puts an exclamation mark on that round, and Rugrats back on top.
Yeah, I mean, as I was trying to say just before all the action took place, Cobra 182 op frags coming into that match. That's his 183rd, in fact, for number 2 in MDL, only behind, I think it's Walker.
How far behind? Can he overlap him in this game?
Sorry, it's Wiz on RBG. He can overlap Wiz. He's only 2 frags behind him.
All right, Cobra's taking it. Does RBG has another game to play, right?
RBG does have one more. We're casting it later tonight.
Yeah. Okay, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. They were rounding out our schedule here. So this is going to be an interesting race to see who has the most op frags in the Mountain Dew League. Cobra, we'll see if he can tack them on. He's definitely going to pull into the lead. Well, I shouldn't say definitely. Almost certainly. That'll be a question of Wiz catching back up. Oh, a little spam coming through there. But it wasn't the kill shot. Still, there's not much that the Whalers can really hope to do in this round. They've given up the lower bomb site, and they're about to completely lose it. 2 mollies in towards Rat Hole to definitely cover it off. An interesting one. Smoke's down. Bomb's going to be planted. And there's really nothing that the Whalers can hope to do, except maybe set up for some exits, try and sneak and cheekily steal a gun away. And that's exactly what they're going to do. We see them flowing down the vents. So many rodents in the walls. Oh, Rizu Gets dropped. No one is available to deny that gun. DJ is promptly going to realize it, grab it, and go. And escape. Cover him off. Get him out of there. That's going to be the rifle. Making a hasty escape. I don't know that they'll be able to get that gun back, but I don't know that much more damage is going to come through. And now it is all just DJ. And DJ is playing a game of chase. He's going to hide up here by secret. If they come chasing, the bomb might catch them. So there's got to be some trepidation in doing so. But Infinite's going to go looking for it regardless. Now realizing that he can't find the player, he's going to tuck up into Khan and just try and survive the round. Which they'll be able to do.
Here's the thing that's going through my head, Mike. I mean,
Okay.
with Rugrats forfeiting the next match, do you think they invested all of this past week towards this match and looked at every match that the Whalers
No.
No, I'm serious.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I don't think they
Because-
practice.
Well,
Um,
well, the thing
I-
is, they started to practice more, as far as I know, since they changed their roster and Infinite, along with Fang, joined up. I thought it was, and Cobra. I thought that was a bit
that
of a
would make
shift.
some sense. These
Yeah.
are players who are a little bit more committed. The older names, the names who are more committed to Valorant at this point, Hunter, Xander,
They're
stepped away
gone.
from it. So maybe that's the difference here.
Well,
There's
and- yeah.
Oodles of talent. That's the thing. I mean, we've seen it before. Mata's got oodles of talent. Fang was a stud last season and
Oh,
into
yeah.
this season. Infinite. I mean, I think most people here should know that Infinite is a wildly talented player. Who's had several cracks at the upper echelons. Rizu. He's been a ringer, the eternal ringer, but he's always brought his own form. And Cobra on pace for top op frags and MDL. So the talent is there.
Yes.
The will hasn't been so far this season, but if they're playing seriously and practicing, which it does seem like they are, team to be reckoned with.
Definitely. And I mean, the reason I brought up that they might have studied and prepared for this match is because they're on Nuke again, the map that the Whalers struggled on against Vero Pro. Maybe they watched the demos, saw what Vero Pro were doing right, and they're trying to replicate that performance, and instead of coming out with an overtime loss, come out with a win, maybe even in regulation. And this T side has already started off magnificently. 5-2 advantage. Cobra, Mata, along with Fang, are out of yard, and Cobra notches another op frag to his name. I do believe he's now surpassed Wiz and is in the #1 spot for op frag. So that'll make our last match interesting to see if that race ends up in Wiz's favor or Cobra's. But back to this one, 50 seconds left. Still a man advantage for Rugrats. They're deciding where they're going to end up. And Rizu has worked his way through trophy room and towards ramp.
Imagine if they had spent this whole week practicing for the 2 remaining opponents to give themselves a shot at
But they forfeited
playoffs.
the next one.
I know, and then they had to forfeit for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Gonna have to ask about that. I am very curious about what happened there to force them to forfeit. The thing is, they also played last night with Twice as a stand-in. I think they wound up winning, but if you're playing with stand-ins, I don't know that you're.
No, they lost to Secret Club like 14.
They did lose that game.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's been a rough road for them. This round might be a successful round for the New England Whalers. Just in time, they're going to get the bomb planted, but the Rugrats are now in a 2v3. Infinite's going to take the fight straight to them at ramp, and he's so good! He's got both! Oh, Infinite. That clutch potential always there. Always a threat. Now Ponalon's got to try and do it all himself. He's going to open the door. He's going to take one on the chin. And that is going to be the round for Rugrats. So despite being down in the numbers, Infinite knows they need to take one side and secure it. And by taking the initiative, he also takes the dub.
Oh boy. Rugrats came to play here tonight. Looking at that scoreboard, Cobra and Infinite tied in the lead with 9 frags apiece. Mata, Fang, and Rizzy right behind them at 6 and 4 frags respectively. Over on New England Whalers, I mean, the frags are coming in, but their ratios are low. Only one person at a KDR of 1, that is DJ. Everyone else below it. And B-Wills along with Honalone has been incredible. We'll get to that later, though, as Mata is going to engage with B-Wills. Rizu takes our rampage. Honalone comes out with his deagle and gets 1, but his teammates are dropping all around him. He's only left with Ben Leaf by his side.
Suboptimal for them. They're just trying for it at this point. The thing you do have to consider is if you were going to headhunt any team in this league, New England Whalers would be the one to do it. They're up in the rankings now. That's a way to catapult yourself in rankings if you manage to take a head-to-head against them. They're the undefeated team. It's a heck of a way to announce yourself. Say, this is no longer the same Rugrats team you're expecting. This is reborn. This is revitalized. This would be a crazy upset. Benleet has found the rifle, so he's just going to stash it. And Ponalon's going to see if he can't do any extra damage. He can't, is the answer. So now the question becomes, can Ben Leet hide this gun away into the next round? I believe he'll be able to. And with 3,100 now saved on Pwn alone, they'll be able to get the op up next. They've got max loss bonus. Money's coming in. DJ could even pick up a secondary op if they want it. They don't typically run it, but it's an option. We could see an op outside, an op ramp, or something of that nature if they wanted to get particularly spicy here. I don't expect it, though.
We'll have to wait and see. And I just heard that it's Fang who cannot make the second match, Mike. And that's why they had to forfeit. What a shame, especially if they win this one. I don't know. I have a feeling that if they manage to come out with the victory here, they're going to try and scramble and get someone in that next match. They have twice available, I do believe, on the roster, so maybe they'll try to get a sub in there. I don't know if it's just like, especially considering that they could make playoffs. Of course, there are certain conditions to that happening, and I'll get to that a little later on since we've got the action kicking off once again. Lots of rounds being fired off here. In fact, no one really seeing each other, just pre-firing on both sides. All right, maybe there's a little bit of time here, Mike. So the Rugrats have to win.
I think you waited through the amount of time that you had.
Yeah, I know.
There's a
There's
player
still time.
coming up secret right now.
No!
Rampage has got it. There's contact damage coming in, but Rampage gets traded. This nade could be potent, but I think it's going to split the difference and not find much. No, it does find a kill. That's
Whoa.
a Kobe right there, and it drops the bomb out in the open beyond the smokes. You missed your window, John. The action is heating up. The gun barrels are smoking. The bodies are hitting the pavement. Cobra still out by the red box. He's going to try and see if someone comes adventurous, and if he can't, collect a pound of flesh to maybe get them back into this. He's got a teammate down in secret, but the problem is Fang has to be focused in towards lower to see if a push comes from that direction. There's too many angles to focus on. The worst thing the Whalers could do in this situation is give themselves up to Cobra, but you could see Pwn alone holding the tight angle. This is a huge duel. Both operas missed their shot, but that allows Ben to cross. That was a no-scope tag.
Yeah, it was.
Oh
From
my
mid-range.
He's down to 39. He lives, but holy cow, John, that shot hits at all.
That is pretty crazy. Cobra is going to continue holding this angle, but he's behind the red box. I think Fang's trying to bait out some attention, and he does get the frag. Then Infinite drops B-Wills. Pwn alone wins the fight with Fang, but a 2v2, and now they're going to grab that bomb and try to bring it to A. They're going to make it in. DJ's in the vents, and you have Pwn alone in heaven, but Pwn alone smoked off, and DJ has to be careful not to come up too soon because Infinite's waiting here. Oh, man. As soon as he comes up, Infinite should pop him, and he does. Infinite the 2K. Now it's all up to Pwn alone. The Rugrats managing to find a way to win almost every single round after that early start for the Whalers. Pwn alone coming through, making lots of noise, and Cobra gets the 2K as well. The Rugrats are going to take the lead into the second half, which I think only one or two teams have done against the Whalers this season.
And to do it on the T side of Nuke is incredible. And just to reiterate, they had 1 second of spare time on the timer when they planted the bomb in that round. They were about to lose it to the clock. They had no margin for error. Incredible showing from the Rugrats here. This is just a stunner on the undefeated, undisputed #1 seed in the Mountain Dew League to come up with this. Maybe the crown weighs heavy. Maybe they gotten a little bit ahead of themselves, thought this would be a cakewalk to join the ranks of Furia, but that may remain an only one-time achieved feat.
Oh, man.
I wonder if the Furia guys are a little bit interested in that, right? They've had so many accolades at this point. They've done so much. They've gone so far beyond what we're doing here in such a short amount of time. But you got to imagine there's some degree of pride in being the only undefeated team to ever make a run in the Mountain Dew League. There's a degree of it, right?
Mm-hmm. I wonder, you could be right. Maybe they're following it. Who knows?
It's like, I know in football. Oh. Ben Leet's going to get a kill here. I'll talk about it in a little bit. He's got the only rifle. Might be able to do some damage, but no, he falters. And that gun's now down among many T's, so they can't really deal with it at all. Players have made their way in towards ramp. They're going to take this lower spot, but the bomb's still in transition, so it's going to be a while yet before it can get here. Rampage, meanwhile, trying to do what he can. What he can is not much. And the bodies, they're starting to falter, so it may not matter that the bomb's not here if everybody just dies in the meantime. Pwn alone, the only survivor. Man behind enemy lines. Setting up to see if he can't catch something. And he can't just yet, but they punched a hole in the door. Still, he's going to get swung on. and taken out of there. 4 players surviving for Rugrats, a ninth round on the board. So what I was saying is, I know in
Yeah.
football there was only one undefeated team ever, the Miami Dolphins. I think the 1970. I want to say two. I'm gonna check it.
I'll take your word for
But
it.
I know that every time an undefeated team loses their first game, like the last undefeated team of the season loses their first game, the remaining Dolphins members pop champagne.
That's crazy.
It is the 1972 Dolphins season. I was correct on that one. So right now, Furia, they might have the champagne ready to go to see if they're still the only undefeated team to ever run it. It's looking good for them. The Whalers have built themselves a heck of a hole to dig out of, but that might have helped. It's a double ops remaining, only the double ops remaining. And they've got amount of retake as this bomb's going to be planted. A shot through smoke here would be a risky thing. Ponelo's going to pop one just to try. But he's going to get the rifle up to give him a little bit more mobility. Rampage coming in from heaven. I think they want to save here. They're backing off.
I think what Punlin was trying to do is was trying to convince him that both the op and the M4 were at mini, and then Rampage was going to come in try and come out of heaven and get a shot off. But I think in the end they just decided to go for the save. Oh man, so the Rugrats are going to make it 10. The save is probably the right play because, you know, bring these guns over. You don't have enough money to buy much of anything in the next round. So still, you're going to have to give up 10 in order to get there. Do you have a moment now, Mike, to talk about it? So the playoff chances for the Rugrats, here is what has to happen. They have to win this match and their next match against Third Impact. Should it happen? I don't know if maybe they'll, like I said, maybe they can try and find a replacement or something. Unforfeit that match. You know, I don't know.
I think once you've told the admins that you're forfeiting and they tell the other team that you're forfeiting, you forfeit it. I don't think you can be like, we changed our mind, bro. Back up. Game's back on.
But if they did play that match and win, the Radians would have had to lose all 3 of their remaining matches. So the playoff hopes were still slim, but they were there if the Rugrats would have played this one and won and, of course, played the next one. But it seems like that's not going to happen either way. Right now, the Whalers' undefeated season is on the line. The Rugrats really have them by the ropes here. Only 6 more round victories required for the Rugrats to pull this one off, and they could make it 13-2 at the half.
Incredible. Really be stellar. Creeping back up in towards the lobby. Now, B-Wills is holding just outside of that squeaky door. He's tight in. Be a bit of a nuisance on timing with that MP9. There's rarely a better angle to hold it if you're going to. And they've got the op to watch, actually, as that door pops open. There's the first shot. Now they're not going to be expecting the SMG. He's got to swing, though. He's waiting for that second shot. He's going to go a little bit too early or too late, depending on your point of view. And Fang's going to get 2 as he dispatches Pone alone.
Oh, man.
Or rather, Fang got the second. Rizu got 1. And, it's all falling apart. Shooting up, shooting down. It's awkward all around, but Infinite comes up with the kill, and that may be all they need. Rampage tied up is going to catch one before the second smoke blooms. And 2 of these remaining players are low. They've got to go for it, but look at Infinite. He's already out by the lockers. He knows he's got the punishment on Rampage, and there it is. Very nicely done. The second big initiative play for Infinite, where he realizes that by going forward, by making the risky play, he can really win the round for his team. Fang hits the last beautiful shot from Fang, and it's an 11th round for the Rugrats.
This is just a slaughter right now in
favor
of the Rugrats.
Before this game went live, you gave an over-under of 20 rounds. I don't think this is the direction you thought it was going to go.
No, it isn't. Honestly, I was obviously a little bit tongue-in-cheek, but still, I did believe that the Whalers would handily take care of this match just because of how strong they've been all season. But I definitely underestimated the Rugrats and what they're capable of. DJ's going to walk by and get a swag 7 frag on Mata, but Rizu does manage to trade it out to make it a 4v4. And I mean, the talent cannot be understated here for the Rugrats. You talked a little bit about it, Mike, but Cobra is number 6 in ADR in the league at 86.8, and right behind him, Fang in number 8 slot at 85.2. Cobra also has 6 4Ks on the season, tied for number 3 in MDL, along with the fact that Cobra's got 286 frags, Fang at 266, and both sitting at a plus 22 kill to death differential. That's not a team that's not necessarily been doing too well this season, and across 2 different teams, in fact, that haven't been doing too well. So these guys are studs.
They certainly are. Mag 7 out here for Ben. Usually you see that on Pwn alone if this team's going to break it out. And this is a tough angle to play with the Mag. Oh, he's going forward with it. Misses the shot, but B-Wills is there for the trade. That's the AWP now down. Another kill comes in from Rampage. Now they've got an AWP, but look at Rizzu. I don't know quite how he's gotten here, but he's gone all the way around the world. He's on a world tour, but he's going to get dropped by the MP9. The SMG finds the dome. And with Infinite on 21 HP, this is a big clutch to ask of him. 21 points of health. He's been up to it before. He's been a clutch player his entire career, and he's going to have the luxury of the bomb plant with time to spare. So they're going to be coming in 2 on him. Which way is Infinite going to do it? Oh, this is exactly his playbook. Take the initiative. Go forward. Don't wait for them to come to you. Catch them off guard before they expect it. He spotted both. Now he's going to back off. Lost the element of surprise. Reposition. Renegotiate. Now you play the clock. He's down to rat hole. Did they hear this? They don't know. They're flicking around. They did not hear the drop in. If they expect him out towards ramp, this could be a ruination.
Oh
There's the lineup. He's trying to play the patience. Now he knows. But the patience is costly. They will get the defuse. They will get the round. He saw the player go into smoke, but he thought if he could get the second first, he could guarantee the round win. It was a big play with Infinite, but at this point, Rugrats are playing with house money, so that's a gamble worth taking.
Oh my goodness, Infinite. That was a wonderful play. Honestly, that could have easily gone either way, but B-Wills manages to win the aim duel and get a 3K for himself on the round. That's the first noise that he's really made throughout this first half of action. But B-Wills and Pwn alone are the frag leaders, pretty much undisputed frag leaders in MDL right now. 323 frags for Pwn alone, that's number 5 in the league. B-Wills, number 319 frags, number 6. But the kill to death differential is really the difference. Plus 107 for Pwn alone and plus 101 for B-Wills, as Rampage is going to get that frag over on Infinite. Mata trades it out to make it a 4v4. But the great stats don't stop there, Mike. 1.49 KDR for Pwn alone, 1.46 for B-Wills, and they are ADR leaders in the league at 88.8, tied for number 4 on Pwn alone, and 89.0, number 3 for B-Wills, as B-Wills, as I'm talking to him, gets that frag and Cobra trades it out. The Rugrats are not out of any of these rounds. It's unbelievable. And the trade again. Rizzu gets Ben lead-in. Pwn alone finds Rizzu up close and personal with that AWP.
Oof. Down to a 2v2 again. Feels like we've had so very many of these. But this time the bomb's not planted yet. That's a great flashbang and a better peek from Mata. Such good coordination from the Rugrats coming out, and that is a difference in this team. You just did not see that on their old roster when they were not taking the game seriously. That is a beautiful play. Now we're going to get the bomb planned. It's left to B-Wills to attempt to make the clutch just to get a 4th round on their CT side, and he knows he can't make a misstep here. He knows the element of surprise is really the only thing he has working with him. Has a kit, has a smoke. There's a chance, but Cobra's holding this angle tight with the AWP. This is going to be so tough for B-Wills, and around the corner he goes. Cobra's not missing those today. Not today. Another kill for Cobra. Another round for the Rugrats. An unbelievable 12-3 half. Over the 1 seed, the undefeated New England Whalers now have to run back from a 9-round deficit on their own T side of Nuke to try and keep that record blemish-free.
Hey, if any team can, Mike, it's the Whalers.
Certainly.
As far as I'm concerned. So this one's far from over. Rugrats pulled off the most impressive half against the Whalers of any other team this season. So that's already something. And very promising should they choose to keep this roster together for the following season. I'm not sure if that's the plan, but wouldn't be a bad idea.
Certainly would not. Certainly would not. I'd love to see it. Oh, man. I've had to completely recalibrate my expectations for this game. This is a stunner. The heavy favorite just be utterly surprised and upset. That's why they call it an upset, folks. Sends your mind all in a tizzy.
And just so we're, I guess, on the same page here, Mike, the under 20 call that I made in terms of rounds is still possible, but in the opposite direction that I expected.
Yeah, absolutely. Wouldn't that be a trip?
Goodness.
Wouldn't that be an absolute trip?
Mind-blowing, honestly.
Oof. I'd say much of it comes down to the pistol, but as we saw, that's just not the case. The T side won the force by. New England Whalers, reminder, they won the pistol. They won the pistol. They got 3 rounds.
You don't see that very often.
No, it's what happens when you lose the force buy in this current economy. I mean, it is always a possibility that the CT economy just never gets a chance to get going if you have force buys and the like. That wasn't really the case for the Whalers. They got plenty of proper cracks at it with rifles, with AWPs, with everything they could possibly want. Maybe it wasn't perfect, but it was certainly good enough. No, the Rugrats have just done this the proper way, the hard way. There's no real asterisk you can put on that half. It was good. Now, despite the, I guess, the accolade of being undefeated, there is nothing actually on the line here for the Whalers. They are 100% the 1 seed. Team 1 tick a second loss, and they have the head-to-head over Team 1. So regardless of what happens with Team 1's game, New England Whalers will be the 1 seed. Team 1, I believe,
Yes.
will 100% be the 2 seed
Yes,
as
they will
well.
be. Yeah.
So there's zero concern there for either team in their placements. But it's pride on the line for the Whalers. So much pride.
It's pride and a record. You know, just that being known as the 17-0 team in MDL, it's something else. 16-1 you won't necessarily remember, but 17-0 you'll never forget. Infinite and Cobra get the opening frags for the Rugrats. The Whalers down to 3, but they have made their way into the B site, so they should get a plant. Rugrats are catching on though, and they're quickly rotating around. Fang has already come down through the vents. Cobra, along with Mata, are joining him. And then you have Infinite. A little late to the party. Mata gets the headshot on B-Will, starting great on the retake. Rampage gets the head of Fang. They're going to have to do so much work on the Whalers to get this done. Rampage is gone. Only DJ left in a 1v2, and DJ is deleted as well. Cobra, the 3K, and the Rugrats are 3 rounds away from ending the perfect season for the New England Whalers.
Incredible. Incredible. This next round, I think, is the game. New England Whalers are certainly going to go for the force buy. We saw the force buy be successful in the first map. This is what it hinges on. If the Whalers are going to run it back, it has to happen now. Galil's coming out. All Galils all day. Smokes, at least. They could go for the outside smokes if they wanted to. That doesn't seem to be the formula right now. Going to hold to see if there's a crunch back in. Open the door. There's the spot from Cobra. He's looking for the tag. He's not quite going to get that, but a molly in will slow them. At least for the moment. Ooh, little tickle spam coming through from Infinite, from Ramp, actually. It's negligible damage, but it's harassment more than it is anything else. Just keep putting the doubt in their mind. Is he going to come? Is he going to do something? Do we need to worry about that? They're going to hold. They're holding for the play. They're hoping that Rugrats gives them something, gives them the initiative that they can play off of. A player right here in Hut. This is going to determine a lot. Rizu goes down at the cost of much of B-Will's health. Here comes the move, though. They're out the squeaky door. Fang on the door jam. He could get this, and indeed he does. An upgrade to a rifle available and a Hut position, but he's smoked off. He can't help his teammates for the moment. There's 2 of them in heaven. There's a player in Hut. The bomb will be planted. Big kill from Fang, though. Collects the low HP player in DJ. Evens up the numbers. But look at Ben Lee coming on the wrap. Infinite was looking for it. He knows the way this goes, and he's going to clear the kill. Now they're back into it. Coming back into the hit. Rifles abound. No more scouts to deal with. And on they move. Fang must be dealt with first. He's out by the vent. He's been spotted. He's been dropped. Now they're both coming one direction. But the Goomba's stomping on his head. And Infinite has it. The clutch is there once more for Infinite. So many times this game. He's pulled off the big play, the stunner, the multi-kill. And he does it again. 14-3. 2 more rounds and it's over, John.
Oh my goodness. I honestly thought the Whalers were going to pick that one up after Punalone got the wall bang through the vent, but Infinite was not to be denied. Like you said, Goomba stomping onto that A site and then getting the last 2 frags to his name. Oh my goodness. 17 rounds have expired. The Whalers only getting 3 of those rounds. Now they're on Tech 9s. On a decisive round, that's all they can afford because they have to make sure they at least get one more decent buy-up before all is said and done. And Fang gets one through the smoke, so does Cobra, and Rizu was flashbang, but blinded, gets the frag on Rampage. Everything unraveling for the Whalers. Only Ponalone and B-Wills left, make it only B-Wills in a 1v4. Best case scenario, he gets the bomb plant. And I think that's it. I don't think anything else could happen. He did pick up an M4 off the body of Fang and gets Mata. Now they're walking into his crosshair. What are they doing? The Rugrats send 3 players down the vent, and now it's only Cobra in a 1v1. Cobra on top of Hut. Why? Why, Mike? Bomb goes down here. Beewill's 26 HP, 4K, looking for the ace, but he doesn't get it. Cobra wins the 1v1 and will get the defusal. Oh my
He just wants to make sure we
goodness.
see this right now. What his
Oh.
teammates did. It's like, look at these jokers. Look at these goons. Look at what they did. Just jumping down. I think they thought there's no way. First of all, there's a logic when there's only one left. You know he's in vent. It's like, okay, he's not gonna have enough bullets for all of us. He had enough bullets for all of
He
them. It turns
did.
out. Turns out he had enough. So that just didn't quite work out. But Cobra making sure that that's not the round that gets away from them. So now it's do or die here for the
Man.
Whalers. 12 rounds back. 12 rounds. At least they've got the off in this one. They do technically have the better buy. I would say so, with the MP9 out for Infinite, but that just hasn't been anything approaching a guarantee for this Whaler squad in this particular game. So one more round for Rugrats to pull off the stunning upset. The 16-3, as it would be, and Cobra's going to start things off.
Cobra!
All right, you want to come outside? That's cute. Outside is my domain, and he's policing it. He's dropping the guards. He's breaking out of there. Oh, man, Cobra. Just so good here. They're going to try and make a play in towards ramp, but that's where they're going to find Infinite, and Infinite's the other guy who's just been an absolute stud so far this game. These two players have been racing for the kills. 21 and 20 for Cobra and Infinite, respectively, and Infinite wants to overtake his teammate. Looks like he just might be able to do it. They're going to give him an opportunity just with the MP9, though. His teammate dropped. No more for Cobra, and Infinite has to fall. Fang, those come in. And that's going to be Fang to polish it all off. 16-3 is the scoreline in the most stunning upset of the season. The undefeated season is in tatters. 16-1 will be their record. Still the guaranteed #1 seed, but not joining the hallowed company of a team like Furia in taking the Mountain Dew League season undefeated. That was a hell of a game for the Rugrats, and I gotta say, this a Rugrats team. I don't know if they're the Rugrats anymore or if they're like the Rugrats all grown up, because this is a wholly different team and they're bringing a whole different brand of Counter-Strike to the server.
Wow. I'm almost speechless at this point. That was unbelievable Counter-Strike from the Rugrats, and the Whalers looked flat-footed throughout it. I thought the perfect season was a done deal, Mike, but not to be. Like you said, finishing 16-1. The Rugrats, well, they're not going to make the playoffs, but still, what a way to finish your season.
Incredible.
Oh.
And as we talked about, if they're continuing to compete in tournaments, that win could catapult them up the rankings, and it puts every other team on notice. You know, when you got that win on your record, suddenly you go from being a team that's maybe going to get demolished in qualifiers and things like that to we 16-3 New England Whalers on new.
Yeah.
You got to take it seriously. It's a really interesting win to take. It's not going to have any implications on this season because they forfeited their last game, which is, as we've repeated before, so unfortunate.
Yes,
but
it is.
Thrilled to see if this team sticks together and what they're going to bring for us next season. We do have another game on the way. It's going to be the other top seed coming into play. It's going to be Team 1 in the server next. So don't go anywhere, folks. You're going to want to see this one. You're watching the last night of regular season of the ESEA Mountain Dew League Season 13, and we will be back.
Sarah, I hurt myself today trying to make the pain go away. Sarah, I want to fade away, be with the stars in outer space. You come and you go. You take me high, you take me low. But I don't know how to do this on my own anymore. Oh no, now it's my leave for the melancholy. Couldn't fill a hole inside me. Damned if I do, damned if I don't. Now it's Xannies till I numb my psyche. Cocaine just to feel my heartbeat. Nothing to lose, nothing to gain. Sarah. Sarah, why you leaving me? You know you can't leave me now. Sarah, I lost myself today trying to find ways to make you stay. Sarah, I want to go away, close my eyes, never wake up again. You come and you go. You take me high, you take me low. But I don't know how to do this on my own anymore. Oh no, now it's my leave for the melancholy. Couldn't fill a hole inside me. Damned if I do, damned if I don't. Now it's Xannies till I numb my psyche. Cocaine just to feel my heartbeat. Nothing to lose, nothing to gain. Sarah. Sarah, why you leaving me? Put me on my misery.
I was born like a fire in the eye of a hurricane. Always told, stay in line, be alright, better play it safe. I walk a different path, nothing can hold me back. I've passed the point of no return, something is calling me. It's in the air that I breathe. Bring me back to life again. Dancing with my fear, burning with desire. We gon' take it to the edge and come alive. Go to hell and back just to feel the fire. We gon' turn up in this place and come alive.
Come alive. We come alive in the nighttime. Fly so high they can't touch us. So top notch, none above us. We done came so far, now we up now. Had a vision, stuck to it, never back down. Never had much, now we own the whole thing. Spread it all around the world, watch it all change. Came alive, now they all see the greatness. Light shine so hard they can't take it.
Dancing with my fear, burning with desire. We gon' take it to the edge and come alive. Go to hell and back just to feel the fire. We gon' turn up in this place and come alive.
Come alive.
I walk a different path, nothing can hold me back. I've passed the point of no return. Something is calling me. It's in the air that I breathe. Bring me back to life again. Dancing with my fear, burning with desire. We gon' take it to the edge and come alive. Go to hell and back just to feel the fire. We gon' turn up in this place and come alive. Oh, I see the signs and I see we're there. And I feel the lies and I feel the sand. Forever hold, no matter if we cast away. A fire in the dark. I know that you won't be waiting again. Right from the start, I see the end. A world torn apart, but I know we're meant. Forever hold, no matter if we're cast away. A fire in the dark. I know that you won't be waiting again.
Yeah. Ay, push start, ay. Ball so hard, ay. Raise the bar, ay. Turn into a star, ay. Play my part, yeah. I aim too far. I do it big. I keep it large, okay. Live it up. This is fake, better give it up. Young, but I feel like I've seen enough. Numbers going up, better keep it up. Ain't slowing down, better live it up. About too hard, ayy. What about too hard, ayy? What about too hard, ayy? Ayy, about too hard, yeah. I'm killing your favorite rapper with minimum effort. Yeah, your corpse getting severed. The industry dry as a desert. Do whatever it is that you think that you're doing, I'm doing it better. Straight double use, that's my letter. Don't got no snakes, only ladders, ayy. They tryna figure out what's on our plate. Infinity sideways, we already ate. Skipping is basic, skipping is classic. Stay out of trouble, now I can relate. Nevertheless, again, I'm doing great. I just finished this thing, ain't no debate. You ain't my dog, you ain't my family, and sure as hell, you're not my mate. Yeah, I take my place at the summit. I can't wait till we countin' them hundreds. I cannot lie, I ain't rich, yeah, but when I say my time coming, it's coming. And some of y'all got ahead of me, to be honest, I wasn't even running. But very soon I'ma run it. I demand it, man, I want it. Push start, ayy. Ball so hard, ayy. Raise the bar, ayy. Turn into a star, ayy. Play my part, yeah. I aim too far. I do it big. I keep it large, okay. Live it up. This is fake, better give it up. Young, but I feel like I've seen enough. Numbers going up, better keep it up. Ain't slowing down, better live it up. About too hard, ayy. What? About too hard, ayy. What? About too hard, ayy. About too hard, ayy. They not gon' like this, don't like surprises. I cause a crisis, man, I'm a scientist. With the music I spice things, up to my liking. Man, I want nice things. That's not an AK, it's a Uzi. I pull up and shoot it to movie. I'm chasing the bag, not a coochie. Cut ties with the fake, now it's Gucci. Word of my nigga from the 021. You count 6 shots and I count 2 guns. Some people still think I rap just for fun, but soon they look up to me just like the sun. Yeah, you can come over here. Swear it's like no career. Swear you got no idea. Soon you'll have no career. Take a good look in the mirror. They need to know that I'm here. Don't you act like it ain't clear. Yeah. Push start, ayy. Ball so hard, ayy. Raise the bar, ayy. Turn into a star, ayy. Play my part, yeah. I aim too far. I do it big. I keep it large, okay. Live it up. This is fake, better give it up. Young, but I feel like I've seen enough. Numbers going up, better keep it up. Ain't slowing down, better live it up. About too hard, ayy. What? About too hard, ayy. What? About too hard, ayy. About too hard.
I've been working part-time jobs, chasing all my dreams now lately. No matter if I try too hard, nothing's ever enough, baby. No, I don't care too much. I don't care too much. As long as I can keep you by my side, I don't care too much. We got time, no rush. In your eyes, I always see there is something meant for me. In your eyes, I always feel different. Tell me everything's alright. Life is just a bunch of phases, and if it's not, we'll still be fine. I know we're going places. I don't care too much. I don't care too much. As long as I can keep you by my side, I don't care too much. We got time, no rush. In your eyes, I always see there is something meant for me. In your eyes, I always feel different. In your eyes, I always see there is something meant for me. In your eyes, I always feel different.
You put me in the perfect light for, and that's when you can see all my flaws. And I could tell you don't mind little closer. Come here and I can show you. So I came a little closer. You said I'll show you how to love you, how to love you. How to love you. I'm reaching over, tell me which way I gotta go. I got no control, show me everything I need to know. Reaching over, tell me which way I gotta go. I got no control, show me everything I need to know. You saw me when I tear down my walls. I think you fell in love with my flaws. You know that I was shy at first though. Oh yeah. You said come a little closer. Come here and I can show you. So I came a little closer. You said I'll show you how to love you, how to love you. Come a little closer. Tell me which way I gotta go. Here and I can show you. Show me everything I need to know. Came a little closer. Tell me which way I gotta go. Show you how to love you, how to love you. How to love you. I'm reaching over, tell me which way I gotta go. I got no control, show me everything I need to know. Reaching over, tell me which way I gotta go. I got no control, show me everything I need to know. Show me everything I need to know. Said I'd find a way to turn my heart into something gold. Knew I sold my soul to the devil long ago. I rode it all along on your wave right before it broke. Time was thrown down the well, so I let you go. What I do right now. What I do right now for you, for you. If you
I'll take it. Yeah, reminding myself to just let go. Don't wonder how far I can fall. Don't look down, never fade out. And I just wanna be someone and never fall behind again. Just keep on moving on. Never look down, never fade out. Never fade out. Oh, 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 shooting through the clouds. I know it's alright. It's alright. Heavens are the limit now. Let's fly just one more night. One more night. Don't look down, never fade out. And I just wanna be someone and never fall behind again. Just keep on moving on. Never look down, never fade out. Never fade out. Oh, oh,
We're stuck in your car on a Friday night. And we laugh away stuff we try not to talk about. Still your smile keep on heating up the climate. And all the blood to my cheeks are rushing out, yeah, yeah. And by accident, you're getting closer. Well, can you tell me something, tell me something? Is it a wild shot of letting you know that you're the topic of all of my thoughts, yeah. 'Cause I'm so sick of this friend zone. I swear that you look at me differently. Whatever it is, it just feels so real. And your eyes keep on talking in the silence. And all the blood to my cheeks are rushing out, yeah, yeah. And I'm hoping you are getting closer. Well, can you tell me something, tell me something?